All right, hey everybody. Um, so I'm gonna go ahead and just introduce myself. I'm Arashi, or you can call me Storm, whichever you prefer. Um, I'm gonna be drawing some promo art for Pay the Troll Toll. If you don't know what that is one of my main well, one of our main projects. Where it's a little troll named Dalton and a mighty warrior, Raya Rose. Um, and it's just mainly a comedy sort of comic. But I just need to make some promo art for it today, and I felt that I decided wanted to share some of it, at least my art process with you all today. So I have Clip Studio Paint up. Give me a second. I gotta turn down my own Twitch. I gotta make sure everything's flowing perfectly. Um, so I'm still opening one of my last files so I can have the colors ready. But most of the work today is just going to be sketches. It's really weird listening to myself play back. That's why I have to turn it down a lot because as I'm talking, I'm hearing myself talk again. So I'm not sure it was the best way on uh, doing streams. Maybe I'll get used to it, or maybe streamers do something different. But let me go ahead and grab my file here so I can open up these reference sheets. Let's see. Here we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and just copy that, put that in my art folder because I have a lot of art on this computer, so I had to move it out. I had to move it out because it was taking up a lot of storage on my laptop. So now I have everything on my external drive. Here's what you see is just my reference sheets. Um, I got them color coded and all, including myself. Funny thing is that I actually have a new persona design where he isn't that short and pudgy, even though I really like that design. Um, you can't see it from the back because I'm blocking my artboard, but I have a sketch where he's just a little more lean, a little taller. Makes more sense of that being 3 feet. Makes more sense of that being 3 feet as opposed to this almost one and a half looking 2 feet one. Anyways, I'm not here to show you art I've already done. I'm here to make art you've never seen before. So let's go ahead and get that started. This sheet I can leave up right here. So what I usually like to do, I like to have a background that's not white or blank, or I should say transparent. I usually like to do blue or green, like maybe a bluish green. Let's go ahead and just do blue though. Something that's a little soft on the eyes. No, this. There we go. Something in the middle, not too saturated. My dog does not care for my stream. He just left. Well, one of them did. All right, so this is maybe a little too, maybe still a little too saturated. But don't get lost in the details about all this. Um, if you, by the way, if you missed the stream, this is going to be uploaded to our YouTube channel, and our YouTube channel is called Arashi Studios. If you pull it up, you might not find it because I haven't uploaded a video to the new channel. The reason why there's a new channel, if you know that there was already a YouTube channel called Arashi Studios with a couple of videos. The reason why there's a new one is because I've used that one for so long as a personal, um, as a basically a personal channel. I decided, forget it. Let me just call this Arashi, like Arashi's channel, and then just make a new Arashi Studios that's just focused on the business because it was unfocused. So anyway, speaking of focus, let me go ahead and get this art started. Um, I usually like to do mechanical pencil just because I do that traditionally. Um, one thing I wanted to make sure I do on this illustration. Sorry that I'm kind of on this side of the camera. Yeah, on this side of the camera. Um, is mainly because I have my monitor here. I don't have a webcam above it, so you guys get to see half of my room, I guess, half of the upper side of my room. So if I turn it this way, I'm not sure if y'all see too much on my dresser up there. So I'm gonna keep it like this, where you can see my lamp. Oh, sorry, dog. The little ding distracted him. Anyways, I'm not here to talk. I'm here to draw. So let's go. It's so weird. Not I'm talking again. It's so weird. Um, what like drawing without music on, and I'm talking because I'm usually quiet for hours unless I'm frustrated at the illustration at hand. So, anyways, let's see. Let's do the composition first. How do I? I don't want to make the whole page a drawing. Um, let's go ahead and just maybe sketch something out. I'm influenced by Toriyama's art, especially Dragon Quest. Of course, I was a fan of Dragon Ball first. I can talk and draw at the same time. We just do that. Of course, I was a fan of Dragon Ball first because that was the, I guess, first. I should say medium I was introduced to of his works. But I really like his art for Dragon Quest because it's more detailed, and that's because he has more time to work on it. Other than a manga, trying to do that weekly, you got to make sure it's not overly detailed. Um, Manga making 101 by Arashi Finley. Like, anyways, um, so I like how he kind of has a like an extra uh, illustration, a smaller illustration behind said characters. It's usually a box format. Maybe I can make this a little longer, so less square shaped, maybe a little more here. Yeah. So it's good. Like so again, this is gonna be mostly just sketches for today. If I do another stream of this illustration, hopefully I have more done. But I will probably be working on this off camera, just so I could focus and get into the groove with maybe some music. Unless the stream goes well and you guys want to see more, but currently I'm my only viewer right now, so just got to make sure it all runs smoothly. It actually looks really nice. Gotta make sure my head wasn't too weird. Yeah, I don't think the ratio's too bad. Anyways, let's actually start on the person. So, the easiest person to start off with is Dalton, but Raya is. But Dalton's kind of height is based off of where Raya is positioned, so she's kind of the center. She needs to be the centerpiece. Um, it's the centerpiece for him to be referenced off of. So I kind of want her to feet to end here. In terms of since this is an A4 size, I kind of don't want it to go off page. Um, let's see. I didn't think of the composition beforehand, so you guys are here immediately fresh on the new illustration. Let me go ahead and talk it through. I want Raya and Dalton to interact with each other in some way or fashion. Um, so let's see how will they react. Um, let's see. I'm gonna have Dalton right here. Head's still kind of small. I think if that's his, plus his position has to be a little more dynamic. So let's see what's a dynamic pose. That's maybe it's he's going. You guys can't see my whole body. Okay, so he's defiant for sure. So gotta make his body mimic that. I think that'll probably be his. Yeah. If I'm missing something, I'm like, you don't. No. Should I? You know. I see. This is how I make art. Like I start imitating what I want to see. Um, Let me see. I need to stand up just to. It's like if you don't. Okay. It's gonna be weird watching this back. Anyways. Okay. Yeah. I think I'm gonna do it like that. So that's gonna be head, body. Of course, his little uh, skirt, technically. Let's see. His arm. Let's see if I can also make this a clear silhouette. I try to do that. I try to be conscious of that in all my drawings, where it permits, because not every single drawing you make is gonna have a clear silhouette. I mean, it's possible, but it's not always necessary. Most of the time, well, it's not always necessary. Some of the time, I think most of the time your art should have a clear silhouette. Despite backgrounds and effects and such. Okay, so he's definitely got to be looking up because she's tall. He's a little bent, so he technically meets around her knee. Um, I've so her knee has to be here. No. He's close to her knee, so I don't want her that short. So in order for him to be looking up at her, her head has to be kind of in this direction, unless she's leaning forward. Best way to do something. I know it's focused on the art's mostly focused on Dalton and Raya, but I also have Christelle and Niobe. They're the secondary characters. Um, they basically kind of mimic the first two. Not in their dynamic in the relationship or dynamic, but just tall. I guess tall human girl, small monster boy, tall human boy, small monster girl. It's kind of a. I'm not gonna say yin and yang, but it's a opposite. It's like the other side of a coin, or the other side of a troll token. Anyways, let's go ahead and get this composition down at least. He's confrontational, so I kind of want to back him up just maybe a smudge. Where's my cursor? My head has to be misdirection. Did I say that? I just heard my playback. Anyways, that doesn't sound right. My head has to be misdirection. No. Okay, so yeah, let's have because I kind of want Christelle and Naomi to be in the piece, but they're not going to be in the forefront. I want them within this box. So let's see. Let's go ahead and get back to our mechanical pencil. So since he's backed up a little more, he can look a little lower. And since Raya is very dismissive of him, at times she gets in heated arguments. I mean, not heated arguments. No, heated arguments. Yeah, with him. She sinks to his level. So, metaphorically, I guess. Let's see. But I don't want her. Let's see. How do I want her pose to be? I want something. Dalton's just a work in progress. Do I want her like this? So her shoulders. So what is going to go on with her shoulders? Like with that? No, I think that's too kind of posy. Where that'd be kind of too. I don't know. Let's change that. Let's change that. I want something more. Oh, maybe that's a good position. She doesn't even have to look at him. Yeah, like she can be. Okay, another thing I'm about to say is that I'm practicing to not zoom in as I sketch, because I can't technically do that on traditional paper. Besides leading into the paper itself, so I'm trying not to zoom in when I'm sketching, because that's I'm losing the point. I'm losing the whole image. In fact, I'm not sure why that's not even. Oh, there we go. So the only problem is that it's not as accurate if I'm zoomed out this far. So because it's not even the actual paper size I usually work with. So let's just zoom in just a little bit. Just a little bit. No, I'm cheating myself if I zoom in just a little bit. Let's just do what I've been practicing. So I want her eyes to be maybe like like I don't want to listen to you. Yeah, like okay. Uh, okay, so I still think there's something wrong here. Well, proportion wise, I'm already seeing some issues. Tilda's head still has to be a little bigger. So I'm stuck on that thought. Let's go ahead and give her a body. So, what's her? Maybe they're arguing over what direction to go, as they probably do often. Um, let's see. I wanted to maybe tilt a little more. Okay, let's not get too fixated on the head. Yeah, no, I prefer drawing her neck out, except for just sinking into her shoulders. Okay, proportions already wrong, like extremely wrong. So we'll fix it in just a moment. Let me go ahead and just move her up. It's either that she's too big or he's too small or he's too large. Like it's one or the other. Um, because the reason why is because in order for the proportions to be fairly correct or consistent, he has to meet her at a certain height. And if I make her too big, she's going to either run off the page, or if I make her, or if he's too big, she needs to be way too high. But I don't want her. Actually, no, in fact, I don't think I want her that low, anyways. That's not what I wanted to do. Let me work with this height and see what happens. Sometimes you just gotta go for it. You're not gonna you're not gonna know what happens until you do it. Doesn't even look like her. That's why the face is throwing me off. That's sometimes I do get a little too caught up in the face, and that's why I'm sitting there like fiddling too much on one thing, and then the art takes forever. Um, Anyways, that's not neither here nor there. But hey, I'm here to talk to you guys. She didn't want to listen to him. It's like, yeah, whatever. I don't want to hear any of this. Of course, Christelle being in the back, he'll probably be around here or so. And Naomi, she might be on this side right there. So let's keep that in mind when. Let's keep that in mind. Let me just say that. So her hand, forearm, bicep, tricep, yeah. Her chest, there. Okay. Let's go ahead and. Go to your stomach. Okay, see, she's already too big or tall, because I can already tell the where he's gonna hit her. She needs to be taller, and the thing is that I have a bad habit of making short, short stubby legs. So she's gonna be her size is gonna be decreased, but for right now, we're just going to move her up so we can get the sketch the way I like it. and then I'll do some tweaking if like her head end up being too small, and once I compared to his, once I resize the whole sketch, you know, this is all a work in progress. That's what they call it, the wit. Okay, so her butt, ooh la la. Anyways, um, I like to have this foot. I like to have him more animated in design than her, so their styles can contrast to where she's more lean and sturdy, and he's all like cheery and cute and all, or at least softer looking. That's what I'm trying to capture. Naovi and Christelle copy that same aesthetic, or at least that same contrast. At least I try to. They don't flip like in that regard, where you know where he's a tall boy and Dalton's a short monster boy. You know, um, so I'm not having Christelle have a softer design. I'm having the humans keep their quote unquote detailed design, and the monster is going to look a little softer, at least for these characters. Um, you know, I don't want to get too repetitive with that with an idea to where it's not as unique. I mean, to where it gets repetitive, I should say. Right. Um, yeah. I'm trying to practice drawing legs a little longer. So, um, because looking at, sorry, I keep going back to this. Looking at here, I personally think her legs are fine, but maybe I'm just blinded by where the sword is cutting off her waist area. Um, but I have to say, Christelle, he is definitely like the reason why Christelle looks so weird to me now is because his head's too big. His head's just too big. Because if I put him right next to Raya, no, it looks weird. It looks weird, guys. Trust me. When if I drag this, if I drag this character here, it's gonna look weird. I did something, so I gotta back undo that. Um, you okay, dog? Okay, I think he's fine. See, to where her knee is, I'm trying to make this. I'm trying to make her design longer. I'm trying to make her legs taller. I'm trying to make her taller and her legs longer. Wow, I could not put that sentence together. Um, and I still feel like that's. I mean, obviously she's gonna run off the page. I kind of don't want her to, because I feel like if I ever have the character run off the page, I just unfortunately I've unprepared myself for the full character's design, anatomy or whatever, and I've essentially kind of cheated myself in drawing them. Okay, no, yeah, I don't like that. That's do y'all see that long leg? No, no, no. Okay, I do want to draw longer legs, but not like that. Let's go ahead and just snag that and let's see what I can do. Let's see how I can fix that. Um, oh boy, that's a little better. I'd just say I think that's better. Yeah, yeah, that's better. One of my one of my biggest things is that I'm always short on this area. This one's pretty good. That's one of the reason why I think I like this drawing a lot more is because I there's a lot more what's that? It's called the calf area, right? Please be right. um, let's well, technically, I don't want her feet because I don't want her feet going like this. I want at least it going semi like that. I don't need it as a what's that called, an obtuse angle. I'd rather have a right angle. If y'all math class, yeah, whatever. So let's go ahead and make this foot this way. Send her. Okay, center of gravity is basically going to be right there, so it's going to be like, I'm not listening to you, yada yada yada. Okay, so the toe is going to be right there. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh, speaking of which, that's really short. Okay, let me just look at it from this over here. Okay, move. How does that? For one, the leg's too thick. Leg's too thick. So I'm gonna bag up myself. I'm gonna have to close my window. It's getting kind of chilly. I still think the calf is just a little short again. We'll see. But here, I think the proportion works well. Works a little better now. Yeah, I think proportionally wise, it works a little better. Since he is kind of leaning forward, and since he's leaning kind of downward, since you can see his bended right knee, um, yeah, he's not sitting up. He's not standing up straight, so I have to decrease both of their sizes. I'll do that in just a minute. I'll do that in just a minute because I don't want to draw a character next to another character and just end up resizing both of them to fit the thing. You know, I kind of want to draw it right the first time. So, because I'm not gonna be able to do this traditionally, so I want to do it right the first time. Let's see, let's see. I still have a couple of things I need to post. I'll share it to some groups on Facebook, but I'm gonna go ahead and just take these. In fact, that's probably a good. This is probably a good point. I tell you, I'm going to be heading out at 3 o'clock. Um, yeah, like so, I'm gonna try to do 2 hour streams as best I can, when I can, but I can't stream any later than 3 o'clock because on certain days because I have work in between, basically the morning of and the afternoon after. So, anyways, I'm wasting time talking about it. Let's go ahead and just finish. Oops, I'm just racing. Let's go ahead and finish drawing her knee. Okay, see, I. uh, I'm trying not to be too quiet for too long, because I'm gonna keep you guys entertained and at least informed of what I'm doing. So right now, I like the look of the left leg more than the right leg. Since the right leg is closer to the viewer, it has to come down a little more. Like I get it that it's still on the same plane, but it has to be maybe just a little closer because you see this is where the basically where her foot is here, and you see how that doesn't make sense to where basically her, let's just say that's where her ankle is. It doesn't make sense that this is. Does it make sense that this higher? Because when you see things in closer view, when things are a little closer, I guess they get bigger. And since in a sense it shouldn't be that much though. I don't think that angle is a little extreme personally. Um, so maybe if I bring this down, I don't want it. I want it to be more plain. I want it to lay more flat and less this because doing this makes their toe look their feet look like it's like kind of flattening, like dangling, I should say. It doesn't look like it's actually sitting on a surface. Um, so let me go ahead and just use the mouse the keypad on this one and back up and look at the this up here. Maybe that's a little much. Try to get this to align. I'd rather this. Yes, yes. I'd rather this have this line parallel or flatter, not parallel. Oops, as a or this way, as opposed to the other direction I saw or I showed. So, of course, I'm gonna get feedback. I'm in a group where I'm getting feedback on my art. So, I'm gonna show them this sketch. I'm gonna ask them, does things look right? Uh, and then y'all see. Then if I stream again, you guys are gonna see me take that feedback and correct things because one thing I think that's okay. So her chat, like listen, I'm focusing on her chest right now. Chill out. Her chest's gonna be right here. So this is what her ab area would be. So let's just say one. So technically that we one ab there, two ab there, three ab there, and then the groin area. And what's that? What's that muscle called? What's that? I forgot. I forgot what makes that V shape. I literally just learned it not too long ago. I'll bring it up. I don't know how to know it, but I would like to know it. But anyways, I gotta make sure that this groin area, waist to groin area, I gotta make sure it exists essentially. So that's why you see me with this line here. So because her belly button would be there. And unfortunately, this image doesn't help. And the reason why is because it's covering up the middle of her body, which is for me is pretty important, like on how the stomach and the rest of the body connect, because that's when the rest that's where most of your organs are. So that's usually the widest part of your body. So you got to make sure. So you have to make sure that technically, depending on your art style, you have to make sure it makes sense. And I'm not talking about like, oh, where are their organs? No, I'm just talking in the sense I want this massive body to connect to the next massive body fairly realistically. At least for at least for in this case, this art style. Of course, things differ depending on what I'm drawing. Like, I mean, look, I'm not gonna make fun of my little persona. Um, in fact, he doesn't even have to meet her at the face because he. The light is at her groin, though. The light is at. Okay, maybe I can make like maybe I can make like of course now I'm getting at the point to where I want a different design to work because now I'm thinking Dalton could her looking except for her looking at talking to him she'd be looking at us and then I would have Dalton maybe like big let's go ahead looking at us as well, like as if they're talking or as if they're looking at something. But I think them interacting with each other is more. It pertains more to the story itself, and I think it makes it more. It makes the art more unique. I'm trying to figure out the word. It makes the art more. I can't think of the right word for it, but it gives it life. Yeah, that's it. Or except for just these characters standing or posing, looking a certain way, and not interacting with each other. They could like that's what I want. In fact, yeah. Let me keep my original idea. I want them to interact with each other. Of course, she's not looking directly at him, but she's still interacting with them. Eventually, her mouth is going to be open or something, but yeah, but I definitely want their interaction to be the forefront of all of this. So I'm not gonna worry about her hair right now. I already know how that's drawn. Essentially, I used to be so bad at drawing characters' hair because it always had to be exactly the same every time you see it, and that's only because I see in shows where their hair looks the same um, at every frame essentially, but that's because it's animation. That's a whole different monster, and I was kind of jumping the gun without even knowing it. Um, let's see. Um, I think I always look at this and be like, okay, so um, I like it, blah 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 blah, and then someone comes back and says the style. I mean, like something the legs are short still. I don't know. I feel like this is fine. Maybe, like I don't need to even sit back to look at. I can just look at this one here. I think it's fine. Let's see if she held Dalton. I still think Dalton is just a little too tall, or maybe it's just his legs start throwing me off. And oh, there was something in animation I was just looking at to where there was one side that said complex and then another side that said smooth or simple. I think I should capture that. Yeah, let's try that today. Let's try that today. I saw it from this Superman Batman animation. It was so funny. And it was so funny and like cute. And I loved it. It was just Superman being all heroic, like yes, yes. Batman all broody, and then Superman gives him a fist bump, and then you see the animations where Batman just he gets boot, and he's like, I loved it. I loved it, and I love the animation, the fluid animation at the end where Superman's flying off, and you see how like the wind resistance or the flying pattern, I guess you could say, was influencing each segment of his body to where his hand felt like it was moving at a different uh I guess maybe at a different rhythm as the rest of his body and the cape and everything. It's just it felt fluid. The whole his whole body felt like it was in a fluid motion, not like uh, 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 uh. It felt you can't see my hand. It felt like his body was doing this as opposed to because the Man of Steel don't need to fly like a steel bullet. I guess he technically can, but he's still essentially organic. So he does have motion. So I really like how that artist captured that. I can't think of the name right now, with the animator right now, but I'll talk about it again. Maybe I'll learn it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna even reference it in the video or description, comment section. I don't know. Um, I've been I'm seeing my thing's recording for 37 minutes, but I've been live for 44. Did I not start the recording on time? We'll see. Hopefully, it captured everything of worth. um, okay, okay, there we go. Let's go ahead and get back to the art. So, fixing Dalton. Fixing Dalton. Maybe Dalton can be like this with this club. Hi, you dog. Hi, you dog. Um, I can't take him if I take him out. Like he's just eventually gonna be barking at the door. The other one's gonna scratch at the door, and he wants to be loved. I'm sorry, I'm the only one at the house, so I gotta work. I gotta work. Um, good boy. Um, let's see. Um, okay, what next? What next? I think I got the general forms of these two. No, I don't. I forgot Dalton. I don't like that pose, to be honest. I like I like the one I had before. Let's just make that the backside of his the backside a little more smooth. So for him, ooh, that hurts. Why is his arm got that high? Let's relax that arm to make it the back smoother. Yeah, sometimes you gotta like you clearly been seeing me do this for the full stream, like, but you gotta pose out your art. Personally, I always have to pose out the art to make it feel more uh, correct. I don't know. I'm sorry, losing track of thoughts. I can't talk right now. Well, this you gotta need to do that. You need to speak fluently and correctly if you want to stream. Yeah, that's a little more relaxed, so that makes the back a little more smooth. Um, to make this more jagged, I could put his club there, but I do have Naovi back here, so I don't want her to be covered up. Um, and technically, I can still work them out. Like I can work. I can just draw the background. Like technically, the clouds will be made anyway, so good. Let's see. And then, or see what I'm gonna do next. Maybe some smaller. Okay. Um, so I'm just doing a rough sketch background. That's probably gonna be trees. I like drawing trees, but I don't draw them too well. What I was saying is that I could just draw like uh, a background, and then essentially have them. Yeah, I can just draw a background of them. I could just draw a background and then eventually add in Christelle and Naomi. Sorry, I'm thinking as I'm talking, and it's not the easiest thing in the world, surprisingly. I and not that I was gonna make a joke because I don't like hearing myself talk. I actually thought of something else. To where back when I lived in my dorm. In fact, I told my sister, y'all know her currently as Kid Hunger. Um, she like no, I would like be at my I would go to my dorm, and then let me go ahead and mute myself so I can think on that. Um, usually go to my dorm, and I wouldn't speak anything for like 3 hours. I wouldn't speak anything for like 3 hours, and until I'm just sitting there, like, hmm, I haven't said anything in a while. Um, oh, there was that's kind of it. Like, that was kind of it. Anyways, um, let's see. Okay, well, if I take, let's say if I finish the whole background, it would be maybe something. One thing I would like to do on the stream one day, well, one thing I thought about doing, but I decided against it, was take this time that I'm actually learning how to create manga and stuff, um, and just stream that because I have Skillshare. I'm not sponsored. Maybe one day, like I gotta make sure I don't do free sponsorship. Like I gotta not talk about them too much. Otherwise, I'm giving away. I'm doing free advertisement for them. Um, but I do have a Skillshare, and I'm learning from this from a mangaka, um, and she's teaching a number of subjects on inking, coloring, and I definitely want to get to the coloring part. But thing is that I don't want to broadcast their lessons publicly because is a for one is a paid service, so I don't. And there's a mentor um I'm shadowing as a sense, and I don't want to I don't want to broadcast their lessons because it's not free. Like why would like I would hate for someone to be reading my pay the Chotol Patreon exclusive comic on stream, and I'm like, hey, that's not free. Like this is for my patrons. So well, I guess this is a perfect plug. Ah, ah, ah. We have a Patreon. I'm sorry I keep saying I for whenever I talk about Arashi Studios because it's me Arashi, so it's hard for me to like for I've been working to distinguish Arashi Studios as his own business and Arashi Finley as as an artist, as just the one of the employees or the CEO essentially of the business. Um, and I run everything. I run the whole page and all. Um, ooh, there's some time off. I don't want to get distracted with that because I'm actually going in. But it's hard for me. Like, it's not hard for me. Like I've been practicing to stop saying I in such posts, and if I do talk to myself, talk in first person, I saying I would credit. Well, I would I would label it as spoken by me, um, just like Dash Arashi. Um, but since I want to grow this as a business, I want people in this business. I want to be able to pay these people in the business, just like Domix and Jane Animation, where they have a team of people making the videos or the art. So I have my sister. She's going to be helping illustrate all like not all like most of our big project mangas. Um, um, my brother's helping as an editor on one, if not all of the mangas, and well, mostly just the script at this point. I might have another editor to help with the composition and such. I feel like I stopped drawing as I'm talking, um, but long story short, I was talking about Patreon. Long story short, we have a Patreon. So uh, our tier list is $1, $5, $10. I believe $10 is the max. Wait, I just want to make sure of that. $1, 5, and 10. No, it's $1, 5, 15. Excuse me. I wish I had studied that. I remember I contemplated 10, but for all the perks within it, I don't think it was uh, a fair value for how much is within that tier, especially since a lot of that tier is the actual the actual art itself. So I'm like, no, I'm not selling my art files for $10. Like, um, anyways, but we have a lot of perks in just the first tier, a number of which revolves around pay the troll toll, hence why it's called paying the troll toll. It's just $1. I tried to make a joke saying $1 is just one troll token. You get such and such for this tier. Thank you. Access to Patreon posts and polls. Um, Early access to illustrations and comics. Oh, sorry, what was that? Um, and high resolution images. Yeah, high resolution images, and you also get a little troll token picture. I'll show you guys that on another stream if the time permits, where it's a picture of yourself, or what I would draw yourself, an original character of yours, or Raya, Dalton, Crystal, or Naovi as a default. Uh, Raya and Dalton are going to be the main defaults, but I've decided to add in Crystal and Naovi as well. And of course, I would ask which one you would like, and then I would provide that for you, and eventually, I'm not sure if I'll include that tier specifically, like credits. I believe that's going to be the manga studio tier, because that's the $5 one. That's gonna be a big one. I honestly, the $5 tier gets the most bang for your buck. Um, Especially, I don't want to tell the update here about Glory, but illustration coming soon. Um, me and my sister are working on it, and I'll share you an update, because it's gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be a really fun, some really fun news to share with you all. Let's just give you a hint. One Punch Man is your hint. So if you've made it to this point of the video, comment One Punch Man. Hopefully you made it to this part of the video. Okay, I have stayed away from this art. I used that time to talk to you guys. Thank you for listening. Let's get back to this thing. Let me go ahead and just focus on Raya and Dalton here. I feel that I've kind of walked away. I kind of took my eyes off this for long enough. I think that I like this anatomy. Maybe something here. I feel. I still feel that this is fine. Well, no. I feel like it's still short. So let's go ahead and. I don't want to. I think I might have to shrink her just a little bit. Let's see. Because I don't want to start outlining a. This is the rough sketch. Then I'll start doing a essentially another rough sketch that's going to be more detailed, and then at that point I start outlining. Um, Let me go ahead and bring. Thing is, I don't want to bring her whole body up. In fact, let me change. I changed my mind. I want to bring. Oh no, that's bad. I want to bring just this part of her up. I feel. Let's see if her arms unfolded. Will that? What would that look like? It's there. There. Okay, let me back up just a little bit. Just a little bit. Huh. I don't want to make her too tall. I guess it's all. It is a difference, but not much. Let's go ahead and just, let me push it. Let me just go ahead and make her just a little taller than I'm used to. Um, I have an hour left. Let's go ahead and make this. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's a little better. In fact, I think this is much better because now I feel that Dalton is the correct height at a comparison compared to her. Because essentially I like to have him meet her at her knee, and since now his eyes are basically there, he's meet her just below. Maybe that's a little much. Wow, that looks. Oh no, I was looking at the wrong line. Okay, that's not too bad. It's this line right here. So, I don't think that's too bad. I um I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Um, Let me look at something real quick. I like to do this. Usually he's on a different layer, but just want to see how he looks compared to her head ratio. I think that's fine. Plus, if she held him, he would be like a child in her arms. Okay, that's good. That's essentially what I need to compare it to. He is a child. He's a short child though. I gotta admit he's a short thing. Um, Originally I thought I was gonna make him 3 feet tall, but that's fairly tall. I mean, it's not, but it's not tall at all. But I don't think I'm. That's yours. Yeah, I feel like this is tall. Like this is basically half my height, which is incorrect. I'm gonna try to have Raya at 6 feet, just as my uh, safe zone, because I'm 5'11". Yeah, I'm not six. I'm like an inch off of 6 feet, so so I can't see Dalton at half my height. That's just weird. Like I would literally be picking up a child this big. Like yeah, that's like half my height, but like that's literally like above my head, half my height. Like, so no, I do not want to pick up a child that this big. Now, maybe if he was 2 feet, where's that 24? Like right here, maybe. I think I'm gonna have him 2 feet. My little dino persona, which I'm not gonna shove the paper in the camera. So like, you see my drawing? No, 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 no. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw it another day. We'll have another. In fact, we'll have another stream for it. Yes, yes. Um, because I wanna draw. I know I'm not drawing right now, but I'm trying to talk to you guys. Because I want to draw my persona in new proportions, and I'm doing it for myself, and a new Dungeons and Dragons campaign. It's gonna be the very first time I play Dungeons and Dragons with my friends, so I'm really excited. Tomorrow, my dice, my mats, board, my paladin cards, everything is coming in tomorrow. So I'm really excited to get that stuff in, at least get my stats started. Um, has it really been 156 this whole time? Have I been talking that much for a minute? Or is my Yeah, it's been 156. I could have sworn it's been like that like for like 4 minutes. My dog wants my attention so bad. Let me get back focused on this. Let's see. Can y'all hear me well? Let me turn my. Sorry, I try not to listen to my stream because I start getting I start getting very distracted watching myself and thinking, okay, this is good. Like my voice is well, whatever. I'm getting distracted by this dog talking too much in the stream. Please, like, I love you too, Cooper. Like, y'all want to see my dog? Fine, y'all can see the dog just for a second. I I don't want his fur on me though. Forget it. Hey, Cooper, come on, say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Hey, how you doing? My name's Charlie. Last name Wilson. Oh, come on. Hey, say hi. Say hi. Hey, big old Cooper Trooper. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I got to see my dog. It's not fair to see one dog and not the other. Alright. Alright. Come here. Oh, sorry, hon. This one was actually not bothering me, but she's all nice and cuddly. Okay, good girl. Oh, good girl. I'll let you guys out. They shed like no other. Like it is, like how animals usually shed after winter. Nah, these animals just keep shedding forever. Okay. Unfortunately, I'm wearing the shirt that snags it. uh, anyways, those are our dogs. Cooper and Punch. Punch the Chihuahua. Cooper the Jack Spaniel part mixed with Bull Boxer, I think what it was. um, anyways, good dogs. Let me get to this drawing. I think I've sat here long enough with this. Let's go ahead and get our refined layer. It's 2 o'clock, so I think her proportions are fine now. The biggest thing is that I never give the calves enough space, so I think that fixed the issue. So let's go ahead and get them drawn out. Let's see. Let's get a darker green so I can see it. I like to start on Dalton first because I love my little guy. Now this is where I can finally zoom in. And I'll worry about the background as such later. Um, I'll worry about the background and stuff later, mainly because I want to. I'm. You can see I have some foreground. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to keep that there, or if I'm just. I was just showing you guys the whole background, the whole environment in a sense. I'm not sure if I'll keep it, but we'll see. We'll see. This is now where I start screwing up a little more, and you see me less. I can screw myself this way, but yeah, this can be alright. Let me pull the monitor up. So let's go ahead and get started. I don't like that green. I can't see it. It's already hard enough. It's already too hard to see. There you go. It's super dark green. Oh, that's right. I do not like. Do I want it to pin? I'm not sure if I wanted a pin yet. Oh, you see that control? That's one of the most annoying things because it dog is acting funny. Dog is acting funny. Give me a second. I'm not sure what he's doing. Sorry about that. I decided to let them out now. It's chilly in here for sure. Okay, I cannot let that door stay shut. Otherwise, it's gonna keep shutting on itself because of the open window. Yeah, I really do like streaming. Like maybe one day I can stream stream longer. I probably try to do 3-hour streams in the future. Anyways, as I was talking about this control thing, every time I zoom in and out on this monitor, sometimes it automatically sets this control key. So I have to press control to turn it off, and it's not like detrimental to my drawing process, but it's very annoying when I'm trying to do anything, and then all of a sudden I'm grabbing the whole canvas. Dalton has a big head, so even though this is where his eyes are, so I want to make that's like this. He's got wild eyes. He's got wild eyes. Let's erase that. Let's erase that. Make it a little more. Make it a little more. Make it flatter. Yeah, like that. No, I don't like the bottom of his head has to be smaller than the top because he has a big noggin. No, he's smiling. I don't want him smiling. There we go. What do you stick out his tongue? I think that's so childish and funny. Like I think that's funny. Nah, that ear's not right. The ear has to be a little more narrow. Technically, I think it's still too high. Actually, yeah, I want his ear right there. Still, that's actually too narrow. You see that control? That's gonna drive me crazy. It's been driving me crazy for years. Okay, that's his ear, and you can't forget his earring. I feel like that's even something I forget about sometimes. His little earring there. I just wanted to give him an earring. There's really no reason behind it. I mean, that is a reason. That's it. Okay, come on now. And I gotta make sure I do that fluff of hair. He's got this here. Okay, so that's there. This is here. There, and done. Okay. He's got this. Like it is acting a little slow, the program, but it's mainly because of probably the stream. It's not used to it yet. Why is his head like that and his arms the wrong direction? Oh, something's definitely wrong here. His arm needs to be higher. Where's his eye now? Yeah, yeah, I think I messed up. Well, not like detrimentally messed up. Just I think I made him too dull. Too dull again. There we go. Now that's better. I want to see a little less. I feel like Usually I would have an outline in blue because this is green is for me is a little tough to look at. Um, Anyways, I like to have this little tuft of these little, I guess, bush hood. I think I really call it a grass hood. Yeah, let's keep the shape simple. Of course, his arm is back here. He has two arms, so and his arms are gets narrower the closer it is to his hand, and widens the more when it's to his body, his torso. Let's see. Half the grass. No, I mean his skirt. Show his skirt probably shouldn't be like that. Let's curve it a little bit. Or slant it, I guess. Curve that. Of course, this would be overtaken by his skirt. A little design. There's a little stitching pattern here. Of course, this to me this looks really wrong because there's things in here that just don't feel right. So once I correctly look at that art looks really funny. Maybe not correct, but pretty funny. So it might stay in that sort of design. Dude, I don't like that side of the fist. Oh, you only have 4 fingers. Congratulations. That was a mistake. He's making a stance saying, I don't like you. I don't like you. You, Rye Rose, are going down. I don't like you. And I don't like that how thick that leg is. Foot too big. Foot is too big. Foot is too big. Yeah, his proportion's not right. Maybe it's this green that's really messing me up. Let me let me let me just make it blue because now I've worked with green one before. I really don't think it's the color. Ignore my statement. Uh, it's just me. It's just me. Okay, so I want to make this. I don't know why I need to zoom out when I have that over there. Um, let's see. I think it's because his groin area is weird. So if it was like that or something, yeah, then his leg would be this way. It's definitely that his legs are a little thicker than his arms. If he's bending his knee like that, let me just pose it out real quick. So I'm so that maybe that knee may be a little too high. I think that's the issue. The knee's a little high. you, punk. Of course, now, like, of course, with his hair, it is like, remember what I mentioned about the jagged or the rough side and then the smooth side. It doesn't really work here because of his hair, and I that's something that's going to be a little harder to capture and you know with an illustration as opposed to something that's animated. To where if he was whooshing up, then yeah, it makes sense. Man. All right, let's go ahead and get back to it. Um, I think the knee might be a little high. Let me see. So his body's like this. Then you need something like that. Yeah, I think the knee might be a little high. Need the bend a little more. Right here. Yeah. Yes? No? Yeah, and I'll fix this skirt a little later. Exactly. If I don't, that would be black, but I want it to rest. Yeah, let me go ahead and just sketch that because I know I'm going to fix something I'm not actually sketching, right? That's much better. And I like drawing feet. There's no not weird way in saying that. Yeah, see, I think, yeah, like honestly, that looks pretty good. Um, actually, like Nick's what I said earlier. I think that looks pretty good. Of course, I mean, looking at his design, I think I could still make him maybe a little pudgier because his body is. Can the control go away, please? His body is. I think that's fine to be honest for what it is. Put that back. I think that's fine for what it is. Let me make another layer so I don't get, so in case I do need to alter Dalton, I don't have to have Raya on the same layer. And I usually like having Raya in pink. So let's choose, her pink isn't here. I think I usually use this pink. Let's see if that looks okay. Let me go ahead and be a professional artist and label some of my stuff. That's gonna be work in progress. What's this gonna be called? Okay. Sorry, the dog caught my attention, and this is just gonna be backdrop. Very interesting stuff. Some very interesting. Okay, so one of my favorite parts of drawing anything has to be the eyes. That's one of my favorite things. So these are a few of my favorite things. Guess what? I do sing a lot. Like, um, I'm trying to avoid doing that, but who knows? Because I'm gonna let y'all know one of my favorite Batman villains uh, is specifically in Batman: The Brave and the Bold has to be the Music Meister. I love that episode. You have no idea how many times I listened to that soundtrack. Anyways, um, ooh, no, gosh, no, I can't even see that. Let's give her purple or something. Can I see this at least? That's still in the same family, I feel. Maybe if I just make it darker. I don't like how that looks. I don't like how. I was kind of hoping it for be. That's oddly enough, I like that better. Let me change the brush size though. Okay, I guess the brush size really, really, really affected it. Just okay. So, anyways, that's not what I want to do at all with this. Let me go ahead and just stay with mechanical pencil. I'm not gonna lie. This is another part where I kind of get, I kind of wasted a lot of time on. So let's just go ahead and let's just do it. Yeah, I don't like how unfine this mechanical pencil is when I'm gonna have to change the settings on it one day. Yeah, I don't like that. Anyways, okay, so okay, so I see what's going on. So let me change it. Yikes! That's a yikes. Okay, if I do that, yeah, I don't like that. Sure, I think that's fine. Too much cheek? How much? Sometimes the amount of cheek I give her is differs too much. Since she's older, I'm trying to give her more of a sharper, no, not sharper chin. I'm gonna try to give her more chin area. It looks weird without her eyelashes, so let me see if that'll fix anything. I'll see that made it a lot better. Sorry, my thing. Must be it's the group I'm in. They must be dog balsam. Dog balsam. Yeah. No, no. No. Yeah, that's better. Watch it actually be the exact same what I just looked at. I keep pressing zoom in and zoom out. I feel like it's unresponsive. Oh, I forgot something about Dalton. Forgot about his. Pretty sure I'll remember it, but just in case I don't. Just in case I don't. Better do it now. Oh, I did do it. I was thinking it was little cheek details. Anyways, let's go back to Raya, shall we? Where's my mouse? So, like, Dalton is so easy to draw. That's why I love drawing. Every time I have to draw someone, I default to him. So, okay, so since so the thing is that Raya is a layered character. She has different clothes that that folds differently, etc., etc. So I got a feeling that if I go to my art group, they're gonna tell me my head's too big again. But I like my head size. Well, there's no point in taking feedback if you don't apply it. Make the head smaller. Sure. Okay, is it a little frozen? Well, we'll see what this does. We'll see what this does. Let's just go ahead and... Let's see what 85 looks like. I feel like that's too small. Don't y'all think? Hmm. Sorry. So my dog's barking. I turn around like that, like that fish from SpongeBob. Where you, I don't know what the episode was from, but it's just the look. um, oh man, been streaming for an hour and a half, and the only viewer is me. But don't worry, we'll get there. I think that head size is good. Longer body, smaller head. That's my two. Longer legs, smaller head. Um, that's my two biggest critiques for anatomy. Besides, getting it right, just doing that. Whatever. All right, let's zoom back in. So okay, so her design. I gotta make sure I have this up. I should have this up on another window. That's why I wish I had three monitors. I can technically get three monitors, but I don't have the space for it. What happened to my? There it is. I can't grab it. Computer's acting slow. Let me have it. Yeah, I gotta have it next to me or something. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry, guys. Yawning in my own stream. The audacity. The audacity. That means I'm not entertaining enough. Are you not entertained? Okay. Alright. Okay, so I got her up. The most annoying part about Raya isn't like her body, isn't her armor, isn't her even her cape. Her cape is the easiest part. It's her freaking sword sheath and the belt that connects it. Ugh, it's so difficult to capture sometime. Okay, I don't like you peeking over like that. Let's go ahead and get you out of the frame. Out of the frame. Same. Okay, because I still want to see my stream on this monitor. But I need to see this on this monitor. So, let's go. I've been watching Vikings. It's a good show. I think it could be a little better in the terms of the main character. I feel that sometimes he kind of just stares and stands weird. He's always like, or he's like, he always looks like he's in a daze when he's supposed to be like sitting there like menacingly, or just I don't know. Like it's a good show. It's a good show. I'm not knocking it or anything. I'm really enjoying it. Not the biggest fan of Vikings per se, but It's neither here nor there. Anyways, I gotta get her emblem. Because that's supposed to be where her collar is. That what it's called. Um, since she is folding her arms, her chest would be more puffed up, right? In fact, I don't need to do that. Like, it just needs to do this. It's weird. That's better. Um, anyways, you might not like. I'm not gonna draw all this because I need to draw the cape, and that's more important. The caped hood. And it has to be fairly big because it has to also fit her hair. It doesn't make sense that if it goes up like that, but that's just how I do it. Okay. No, messed up. The one before was better. And let me go ahead and zoom out. Okay, dog. I don't like this. This has got to go. This has to be. I like that. This needs to look a little more. Needs to curve in more, which is hard to do since I'm so zoned out. But as long as I capture the idea, once I ink it, it'll be better. And since her arms are folded, there's not really much of her body that's interfering with the cape. The cape doesn't go all the way to her feet. Let's see. This has to be bigger. No. What I mean is, has to do this. Yeah, something like that. I don't know why I always do the cape like that, which I like it, but maybe it's a little too low. I feel like maybe it covers her up too much. We'll see. We'll see. I need to practice capes. That's for sure. I don't like how this side is really covering up a lot of her body. It's covering up half, which makes it easy to draw. Trust me. But for this illustration, I don't think I want it to be covered. So it's gonna be fine if I feel like I'm fine with her cape getting cut off, and as opposed to her body getting cut off, because I rather you see the character. Ooh, that's way too low. whether you, sorry, I stopped talking. Whether you see the character as opposed to uh, their what? Or whether you see the character as opposed to just their clothes. Should word that differently. You don't. I've messed up this little thought enough. Let's go ahead and stop talking. Maybe in the future I'll design her outfit to incorporate her cape and have the cape shorter because I do like this cape. I like the idea of the hooded figure kind of aesthetic, and they just walk in, you just see basically just a big old coat on them. I like that. I think I'm gonna keep the long cape because I feel like I've seen designs where it's the girl with a small cape or whatever, and whatever. Of course, and then the men's with the big armor and the big red cape or something. And it's not like I'm trying to like change the status quo or what we usually see. It's just I really like big capes. I mean, I really like big capes. I'm also a big fan of Batman. Hence why I was talking about the Music Master earlier. If you made it to this part of the video, let me know your favorite music. And yeah, let me know your favorite song. Yeah, just do that. Like since we're talking about Music Master, let me know your music. What music would I be listening to right now? I'd be listening to maybe the soundtrack of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. That game is so fun. I really want to find my cards. I had them somewhere, like within arm's reach, but I've cleaned my room like maybe 2 to 3 times since then. He's like, that's it? That's the only time you clean your room? Like, no, I'm like, I've reorganized things clean, not like I've reorganized my room since then, and I have no idea where they went. I'm so sad. I do have my Exodia, my God cards up in my closet though, like because your boy be rolling like that, with Exodia. Okay, anyways, anyways, um, I think that I think the cape shows enough. Ooh. I really thought I'd be a little more like shy and timid on camera, but I'm actually not. I'm actually really excited about this. Maybe I should now I'm gonna upload this to YouTube. I'm definitely gonna upload this to YouTube, so I was gonna hold off on doing that because I want to make an introduction video. But you know, then I'll have to set aside time to do that. I'll have to set aside time. Um, I don't know. Okay, so this part of the drawing, this part here, like, I don't think it like makes too much sense on why it's that high. So but I like how it looks. So let me just bring it down just a little. Let me try to find that little. Um, Let me just bring it down just a little bit, just a little bit more. I don't like that. What was that? What was it? Uh oh. Okay, that's a little better. So if it was curled back and yeah, as I was saying, I thought I'd feel like shy on camera. Like I no. As I was talking about YouTube, I'm going to upload this to YouTube. I was going to make an introduction video, but that's going to have to set aside time for me actually doing something a little more productive, in terms of creating art instead for just saying, hey, I make art. How about like I just make art? Like here's my channel, whatever. I'll make an introduction video later on, because but you know what? At this point, you guys know who I am, right? I'm Arashi. The head of Arashi Studios. Arashi Studios, right? Right? Okay. You'll begin to know that I'm actually pretty energetic. I was gonna say weird, but that's a little me. Okay, so Okay, so the cape is the easiest part. I'm sorry it took so long of me talking, but um, I really enjoy the thought of talking to you guys. Is there by chance anyone in here? There's one viewer, me. It's still me. What's that quote from Undertale? Despite everything, it's still it's still you. It's still you. Like, despite my stream, it's still just me. Um, oh, that's so sad. Oh, that's so fun. Oh, that's funny though. Um, hold on. That's this is fine. Okay, so um, okay, so yeah, so you flip it. So yeah, that makes sense. Um, Same thing. Uh, I'm getting kind of lost in the details there. Sorry about that. I need to give her her chest plate. Or yeah, I think that's the. Okay, so it's there. So this needs to be right here. Nah, sorry. Don't get to see the chest today. Or you can. Maybe if I erase this. Who's texting me? If I push this out right there, put you over there. I don't think that. Wait, why'd it turn? Oh, the control is still here. Ah, don't know how to change that back. I usually never turn my canvas. This is why I'm not used to this. Shift. No. Okay. I usually never rotate the camera canvas. That's why it's so weird. I was trying to find my hotkey for it, but okay. So this is sorry that this is okay for a 2 hour stream. Still have 40 minutes left, mind you, but this is an okay development for a 2 hour stream, and I hope the context was more fulfilling than the content. Because this to me, I would have gone in on this a long like this would have been done by now. Well, like maybe at least the sketch part. Um, Let me go ahead and just try to bulldoze it through. See what I can do. Like to give her finishing up her chest plate. It's not at the right angle. Her belly button is supposed to be over here, anyways. This needs to come over because you see where her chest is. So yeah, that needs to be right here. Ooh, ooh, my seat is hurting. Sorry, I got a hard seat chair. And like get a gamer chair. Well, I talked to my best man. His name is Charlie. Last name not Wilson. Like, um, and he was I saw he had a gamer chair. He's the dungeon master uh, the campaign I'll be playing in the next couple for the next couple of weeks, months maybe. Um, and he's the dungeon master. I already said that. What was it? He has a gamer chair, and I was thinking like, hey, like how is this chair? And like how he's like it's nice or whatever. I was like how how nice is it for sitting on long periods of time? I think he basically said it was okay, and I'll believe him. But like of course, it was probably the $100 chair that's probably like $600 chairs that are nice, but I had a cloth down here I used to sit on because this thing is not comfortable. I'm telling you, it's mad uncomfortable. Um, like, well, for long periods of time. That's why I don't want to stream too long in this chair. Because, for one, if you don't move just a little bit, you're gonna have issues sitting down. Because I used to sit in a it's probably fake wood back in my college days. But I used to sit in that chair for a long time, and man, trust me, you do not want to be sitting in a hard chair for hours on end, drawing, bending your back. Boy, like I used to, boy, I used to draw like that, and I knew the stories. I had a band teacher that had a bad back because he used to um, hunch over for his classmates or because he was like the tallest guy in class. Like this, I don't know the story that well, so I'm not quite sure why I'm telling it. Um, anyways, of course, another bad thing about Raya's little reference sheet that I showed you earlier is that it covers up her midsection, and that's kind of where her belt is. So it's like if you're trying to use this as reference, it's an issue. But I've drawn this character enough. I know what it looked like. I know what it looked like. I'm always contemplating whether I should do that top part. I like it, so I'm doing the top part. Doing the top part. You'll begin to notice that I do a lot of like random voices and such. And the sword. Oh, the sword. I love medieval stuff, but man, do I hate drawing swords. No, I don't hate drawing swords. I just hate trying to keep it as straight as possible. And the reason why is because I like to have. Can y'all even hear that bark? Uh, anyways, I'll just watch that during playback. The reason why I don't like drawing swords is because sometimes whenever I'm like, I want this to be I don't draw it straight enough sometimes. I feel that it's not drawn straight enough at times. Um, I'm sorry, I'm at the emblem. I'm getting lost in the details again. Um, why did it turn again? Sorry, I gotta make sure he's not bothering the neighbor. I'm not sure what hotkey the control feature is making it rotate, but it's mad annoying. I tell you that. Um, okay, so that's the middle. So I want her thing to end here, and there's a certain height. There's a certain height difference for her. The I guess you could maybe say the segments of her skirt. Like it's supposed to be. This is supposed to be long enough to cover her groin area. This one's supposed to be long enough to do that. I think that might be a little too high, maybe even too wide. We'll see. We'll see. So there. The front part is supposed to be a little long, to cover the groin area, as I said. The next the next segment is supposed to be a little higher, So it's not supposed to be on the same plane, the same straight line. It doesn't need to be on that straight line. It needs to be curved up just a little bit. Um, so okay, so that's there. Let's go ahead and just erase that leg since I mean I've already sketched out her body, so there's no point in me doing that again. I still feel like something's uneven here. Yeah, yeah, I can hear my dog barking. I just heard the playback. Okay, I do like how I do like how it's turning out. I like how it looks longer than compared to my reference. I like that. Um, my dog's quiet, so now that's concerning. Not sure what he's doing out there. Unless he was barking at the door. It's always that option. But we have 12 minutes left of this stream, so it will be all right. He'll be all right. Um, yeah. Okay. There. Like that. Okay. Why is it doing that? Why is it doing that? I don't understand. I don't understand. Okay. Anyways. Okay, but that Instagram group is going off right now. Like they're. Oh my gosh! You hear? I gotta make sure well, I need to answer the phone if I need to. I need to answer the phone if I need to. That makes no sense. Okay, the skirt is fine that long. It is technically shorter because I do want to show more of the thighs. Maybe I'll make. Let me see. I'll see if I'll. Let me see if I'll change. Let me hurry and finish her armor. And guys, it doesn't usually take me this long to finish her armor. I mean, I draw this character enough. Unless it's at a really weird angle, but I feel like I've drawn this character at a number of angles to where, and a number of different armor designs and worse armor designs. Because you should, if y'all seen her previous design, or her previous, I wouldn't say design. I would just say outfit. It was horrendous. I mean, it wasn't like no, I would say it was horrendous. Like it definitely left much to be desired because it was left much to be desired. I'm just gonna end it at that because I clearly can't think right now. Um, Anyways, I guess since we got 10 minutes left, I can just ask you guys questions if you made it this far. What did you like about the stream? What didn't you like? What do you think I could do better in the future? What do you think I could or should do better in the future? Um, I'm trying to watch this. I'm trying to watch streamers and see what they do, but of course they have the whole shebang aesthetic of, you know, um, the whole layout and everything. But I'm not sure if I will have the time like that. I want my work to speak for itself and not really all the glitter and glamour around. And it's not like I'm not undermining what they're doing. I'm just saying it because I don't think I have the time for it. There's so much I already need to do um, in terms of this art business that because I want Arashi Studios to be a legit art business. Is gonna have an LLC. I'm gonna get an LLC soon, um, and I want me, my sister and I, and one of my brother to all be um, Oh, she's wearing heels. No, this is fine. Um, I like to all be. Sorry, she has to. This foot is kind of the wrong. Like I might need to bring that out just a little bit more because it's a pointy. Is pointy, so gotta make it curved a little more and less flat. Yeah, I was saying I don't think I'll have the time for all the hullabaloo of trying to do this and that and try to get a virtual tuber kind of icon because I want to do it, but like I want to learn Blender for other things or whatever software does that. Like, and if Blender doesn't do it, I just legit might not even have the time because I want to learn Blender because Blender looks amazing. I have seen so many beautiful works for it, but because I want to make Arashi Studios business, because I want to be successful in my craft. I want my sister to also be successful in her craft because my sister is the main. She was the main artist. I am now an artist myself, so I am now co-main artist. The co-main artist, because that makes sense. Um, Anyways, that's not right. Let's bring that back up. Um, yeah. So what? So I want us to succeed, because I look up to so many people, and I'm tired of being feeling left behind. Um, I'm tired of feeling left behind because I have a lot of peers to look up to, and I feel that like, hey, I can do that too. I might have to bring Dalton down just a little bit. I might have to enlarge him. No, I still. Is she leaning? Wait a minute. Hold on now. Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. That's not the right button. I think she's leaning. Well, technically she's supposed to. But is she supposed to be leaning that much? No, I don't think so. Okay, so that's one thing I'm gonna correct. I feel that she's leaning a little too. I'm sorry, I forgot to flip the canvas. Let me see what the sketch looked like. The sketch actually looked all right. All things considered, the sketch looks okay. I think it's because of the cape. It might be just my imagination. And since her body is doing this, I guess that also helps. I don't know. Maybe what if I actually. Okay. I'll correct that. I'm pretty sure she's leaning too much, and it's making me a little uncomfortable. So I'll fix that. Um, I don't want to end the stream until I finish his body, and the thing rotated on its own again. Yes, that's totally what I wanted. Okay, so let's finish her shoe. Let's finish her shoe. You need support, so and like this, right? Is that what her shoe looks like? No, it's a little more angular. And is it pointy? It's fairly pointy. I like how his toes pointing upward like this, and hers is pointing more downward. Yeah. Anyways, um, and I know today's a Sunday, so of course there might not be that many people available to watch the stream on a Sunday. I don't know streaming schedules or what works for me or what works for my fans. We'll see. Um, okay, before I go, I want to draw her hair because I cannot have this bald woman in my presence anymore. Uh, I hope that I'm like not too weird. Um, I'm not. I don't feel self conscious about it. Um, I just want to make sure I'm like, okay, am I coming on? Am I coming on too strong? um, anyways, let me go ahead and get her doodah. That's a little too big. There. That's a little too. That's too white now. That's is whatever. We're done. Um, she has a bigger bang here too, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. She has this, then that. Yeah. On this side, she has this and that as well. Jagged back, jagged back. Um, she's gonna have tuft of hair. Um, no, I like a lot of hair in the back, so it's gonna be. Nope, it's gonna be. One thing I've noticed, well, my sister has done for me whenever she's drawn my characters, well, at least one of them before, it looked like she had a character had two hairstyles where you can see if it was cut and see if it was larger. So I like to have um, I like to have I honestly I can't remember what she looks like from this side, but you know it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. Um, that no, this seems a little too big. It's a little really too big now. I feel that that's incorrect. This needs if it's gonna be looking like that, it needs to be that crease needs to be higher. Okay. Um. Well, my sister had where it looked like the character had two hairstyles, like one the butch hair, and they had an inner hairstyle that looks like if it was cut, and so I like that. So I'm trying to capture that. I don't like that going up too much. Ooh, that's too jagged. It's just kind of whatever for this hairstyle. Uh, yeah, there we go. And a little tough. No, maybe not. Let's just have it rest in there. You know, she has strands of hair. Who you barking at, dog? Um, Chris, strands of hair. I think that's really good. I think that's good. I think this is a decent rough sketch. Okay, my zoom out button's not working. Okay. Of course, I forgot the sword, but this, yeah, I forgot the sword. I'm not gonna lie, I forgot about the sword. Um, but that's the least of my concerns. Um, let's see. Let's see. What's the one last thing? I guess I better do the crease in the boot. Yeah, sure. No, I don't like that. Okay. So I've got rid of it. Okay, my dog's scratching at the door, so I guess it is time. It's 3 o'clock, so it's time to call it quits. Let me just. Sorry, I just had to do that little streak. Okay, so let's see what this looks like without the rough sketch. Eh, it's okay. It's not bad. It's not bad. But let's see one last thing. Let's go ahead and take off the sketch or the rough draft one more time. Get rid of that control. Let's grab this skirt and see what it'll look like if I decrease it back to its messed up. See if I decrease it back to its regular length or the length I usually do. Ooh, that's not what I wanted. Um, I think I want a free transform. I think that's what I want to do. Edit, transform free. This is free. Okay, I'm keeping my dogs out too long. Video is already 2 hours long. Recording is 2 hours long. That's so we're good now. Okay, so free transform. I just want to look at it, and I want to look at it with you all. I mean, it doesn't make sense for her to have a skirt that short. Let me zoom back in. Sorry, that no, I'm not apologizing. I'm just standing up for this just so I can get a glimpse of what this looks like at a certain distance. So standing helps my brain think and moving. If I had it that short, let's just say okay. I had it that short. I guess that looks fine. If I had it that long, I think it makes more sense to have it that long as opposed to what it was before. I don't want oh, it's just a cute short skirt, but no. Let's go ahead and I kind of. Do I like it that close to the knees though? Let's see if I have it there. I think that's fine. I'm gonna leave it like this. I'm gonna send this to my my group of peers and see what they think. And I hope to see you guys on stream next time. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you feel like it. It's free. And to help the algorithm, leave a comment. Hopefully YouTube doesn't make this kid friendly. It doesn't set this as kid friendly because I want comments on my videos because I miss comments on old videos. I've been watching some Animaniacs and I miss to see the comments saying who's watching this in 2018, 2019, the year 2020. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for joining us today. I gotta work on my outro. Thanks for joining me today. Us. Yes, me, Raya, and Dalton. Thanks for joining us today. I was correct. I was correct. Let's just say that I was correct. All right. See y'all later. I'll let you guys know my next stream. And you'll see my post on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I'll get you guys up to date. Check the stories. It might be, for Instagram wise, it might be in the stories next time as opposed to an actual post because I'm going to delete the last one. And by that time, maybe we can finish outlining and even doing the flat colors of this illustration. Thanks for watching the video, and till next time.